Good morning, everyone. It's Christmas Day. By looking at me, you can understand that I am not a morning person. We have a flight at 8:25 for Udaipur, which is our first destination. I have kept 1.5 days in Udaipur, which I feel is really less. It's a destination which has a lot of appeal. Let's see how much we can cover. We have landed in the Udaipur airport. I honestly did not expect the airport to be this small, and it's very cute actually. That's a good thing that I came to know about Rajasthan, which was not earlier, since Rajasthan is a very big state. And what now they have done is that they have made airports in every historical destination. Jaisalmer, Bikaner, Jodhpur, Udaipur, Jaipur, everywhere there is an airport. So the best part is that if you have a 2 to 3 days of leave, you can visit one city and go back. It's not like you have to cover the entire Rajasthan in one go. So currently we are moving towards the city palace. This is the Pichola lake, as you can see, and here is the city palace which we are about to enter. It's practically just huge. I mean, it's huge. So we are about to enter. That's my mom. Built on the banks of the Lake Pichola, the city palace in Udaipur is considered to be the largest royal complexes in Rajasthan. The magnificent palace was built in the year 1559 by Maharana Uday Singh.
बनी थारो चांद सरी सो मुखड़ो कोई नजर नहीं लग जाए बनी थोड़ा हलवे हलवे चालो कोई मोच नहीं पड़ जाए बनी थारो चांद सरी सो मुखड़ो कोई नजर नहीं लग जाए बनी थोड़ा हलवे हलवे चालो कोई मोच नहीं पड़ जाए
The palace now has an assortment of mahals, courtyards, pavilions, corridors, terraces, rooms, and hanging gardens. There's also a museum here as well, which showcases some of the finest elements of the Rajput arts. The intricate architecture of the regal palace is a subtle mix of medieval, European, as well as Chinese influences and is an embellishment with numerous domes, arches, and towers. To avoid the enemies to enter in a huge number, the passages that they have created is so small. I just wonder how do these big fat Maharajas pass through them. This is the Diwani Khas. This is where the Rani used to capture.
शर्मा जावे ऐसो रूप सजीलो बनी थर जद पायलड़ी बाजे बनी थर जद पायलड़ी बाजे मारो तो मन हरसाए बनी थर रूप लगेला खीणो बनी थर रूप लगेला खीणो थन देख बना मुस्काए बनी थारो चांद सरी सो मुखड़ो कोई नजर नहीं लग जाए बनी थोड़ा हलवे हलवे चालो कोई मोच नहीं पड़ जाए.
We tried to go to the Karni Mata temple, but we went back from the ticket booking counter because there was a delay of 2.5 hours because of this huge line for the Christmas day. But it's actually good as a Udaipur sightseeing place, and if you have time, you must visit. I hope we could visit the Karni Mata Rat Temple in Bikaner. Pichola is known for its tranquility and beauty. Flanked by lofty hills, heritage buildings, and various bathing ghats, it's a dream come true for peace and nature lovers. A visit to Lake Pichola is incomplete without a boat ride, especially in the dawn. During the evenings, it seems the entire palace has been dipped in gold, as you can see the city palace and the pristine water turning golden with the sun's reflection. We are going towards Jug Mandir. You'll actually get the tickets of the Jug Mandir from the city palace itself. Jug Mandir is actually an island within the Lake Pichola. The ticket costs a lot. It's actually 800 per each. They will take you for a boat ride for 30-40 minutes in the Lake Pichola, and then they'll let you stay in Jug Mandir as much as you can. You can have some tea, coffee, or anything. Like they have a great cafe in Jug Mandir also. It's a nice evening place for if you want to visit there in sunset, etc. The crowd also, it's like a very posh crowd. Located by the Gangaur Ghat, by the banks of Lake Pichola, is the Bagod Ki Haveli. It's a unique cultural place. I was looking forward to the Dharohar folk dance, which starts at 7 pm. Once the show starts, you will get lost in it. Wasn't expecting a folk dance to be this great. Really admire the respect and the hard work which was put into each artist. The well-versed and choreographed dancers are supported by an efficient musical crew that helps the grooving dancers with their musical beats on tabla, harmonium, and other musical instruments. I found a very unique musical instrument where they put a certain quantity of water in different potteries and they beat it with a stick and create a beautiful musical out of it. This is something I have never seen. Both women and men are clad in colorful traditional Rajasthani attires adorned with mirror work and embroidery.
कालरिया मगरिया रे हो तो महिला रे दिया
This is a must thing that you should do when you are in Udaipur. Don't ever skip it. It was already pretty late, so we visited the Bharatiya Lok Kala Mandal for a while, but it was mostly closed. We went to check out the bazaars of Udaipur. We went to Bada Bazaar, and although we didn't buy anything, but we definitely enjoyed the vibe. After the whole day of sightseeing, we two hungry, tired people visited the 1559 AD. The food was awesome. We enjoyed the lal mas and the kher sagri, which is a typical Rajasthani dish here, and some salad. We also enjoyed some live music which was outside. It was a beautiful vibe, but we could actually feel the cold and chills of the desert slowly. We checked into our Leroy hotel, hopped into the comfy beds, and dozed off in a second.
tomorrow.
Good morning, Udaipur. It's a fresh day and I'm all prepped up. I have a lot of activities planned today, so let's not waste any more time and dive right into it. So, this is some Rajasthani poha, some pasta, some sambar dal, and idli, and some fruits.
Day 2.
We are heading towards the Sajjangarh fort and look at the queue. Ow, ow, Corona, or ow. We are currently in the Sajjangarh fort. This was actually built by Maharana Sajjan Singh, and after he died, his son Fateh Singh turned this into a recreational palace. So we are going there. We actually left a lot of stuffs in Udaipur because I just have one day, which I agree is really less, but let's see, we couldn't do Karni Mata and Jagdish temple and a lot of stuff, but yeah, this is the top view. Udaipur is actually located in the lap of the Aravalli, so yeah, it's extremely picturesque. And so we'll head up here now. Bye bye. Located just on the outskirts of the city of Udaipur, perched atop a hill, Sajjangarh Palace is the former royal residence belonging to the Mewar dynasty. It's located on the hilltops of the Aravalli, which is the Bansara peak. It was originally intended by Maharana Sajjan Singh to be a 9-storied astronomical observatory to note and assess the arrival and patterns of monsoon clouds, which could be easily perceived from this palace because of its location at a strategic vantage point. But actually, since Sajjan Singh died earlier, this was later turned into a recreational palace. Look, it's really the white sandstone. It actually feels like Greece. I love this place. It's really good to spend an evening, and actually they do a lot of shoots here, like movie shoots and stuff. So it's very beautiful, especially the view. During the tenure of Maharana Fateh Singh, this monsoon palace was primarily used as a hunting lodge for the royal family of Mewar. Staying true to the contemporary styles of that time, Sajjangarh Palace displays a fascinating Rajput architecture complete with high towers, balconies, and pillars. We are heading towards the Kumbhalgarh fort, which is one of the 5 hill forts of Rajasthan, which is declared by the UNESCO World Heritage. After visiting entire Rajasthan, I can undoubtedly say that this is the best fort as per my experience. It was built in the 15th century by Rana Kumbha under the direction of Mandan, who was a very renowned architect at that time. We have arrived in the Kumbhalgarh fort. This is the UNESCO World Heritage. It's around 38 kilometers. It's the longest wall after the Great Wall of China. So let's get in.
जागी धोखड़ी ले चंदा में थारी चांदनी मन दामन में बागी खुशी रे झुम 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 झुम्बा झुम हमारे कीबड़ में जागी धोखड़ी ले चंदा में थारी चांदनी मन दामन में बागी खुशी रे झुम 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 झुम्बा झुम
Kumbhalgarh marked different territories between the Mewar and the Marwar and was used as a place to escape to whenever there was an attack. Prince Uday ruled the Kumbhalgarh fort as well. This admirable fort remained unconquerable throughout its existence except for the one time when there was a scarcity of drinking water to Akbar, Raja Mansingh of Amir.
So this apparently is the birthplace of Maharana Pratap. Actually it's locked now. I thought we could enter the place where he was born, but no.
There is a story behind this striking fort. It is believed by the locals that there was a presence of the Banmata deity in the fort which protected the fort as its temple was destroyed by Ahmed Shah. But it was no good.
See how huge this is. I mean, no wonder it can be seen from space. It took us around 2 hours. This is the topmost floor. The view here is just incredible. It's such a huge fort. No matter, it's actually visible from space. Yay, mission accomplished. গোল গোল ঘোরাচ্ছি mission accomplished.
Even Muhammad Khilji tried to attack this airport but lost.
Can you see the monkeys behind me? They're almost 3-4.
Finally, Akbar gained power to this fort in 1576 under Shahbaz Khan, but it was later taken over by the Marathas and the residential buildings as well.
ये बरसात के टाइम में बहुत ग्रीनरी रहता है इधर, बहुत ग्रीनरी रहता है, बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल है एकदम से। जैसे हम मनाली तरफ जाते हो ना,
हाँ सही बात है एकदम। चंडीगढ़ से मनाली वाला रास्ता ऐसा ही है। Traveling towards the Ranakpur Jain temple. It's around 1 hour 15 minutes drive from the Kumbhalgarh fort. It's already late. It's 5:30 and the temple will probably close in the next 20 minutes, so let's hurry up.
यह विधि राज करे नर नायक भोगे पुण्य विशालो सुख सागर में रमत निरंतर जात न जान्यो कालो एक दिवस शुभ कर्म संजोगे क्षेमंकर मुनि वंदे देखी श्री गुरु के पद पंकज लोचन लिया नंदे दीन प्रदक्ष.
It's a marvelous example of Indian craftsmanship and architecture. This is a grand temple and it's still in use. It's exquisitely carved and laid out and worth a visit. I only wish they allowed photography inside. I would have spent hours and hours here. I actually wasn't expecting the temple to be so beautifully maintained. I mean, in all of Rajasthan, this is the best maintained temple or palace or anything you can see. Other than that, everything is like wearing off. I am really shocked to see that everything is intact in this temple.
मुनि सूरज कथनी किरणावली लगत भरम बुद्धि भागी भवतन भोग स्वरूप विचार्यो परम धर्म अनुरागी।
रिसोर्ट बहुत है इसके अंदर
ये रनकपुर में
हाँ
भी?
जी, हाँ जी।
अच्छा, फिर कुंभलगढ़ में तो बहुत ही ज्यादा देखा।
हाँ ऐसा ही इधर है।
It was almost 10 p.m., but we did not regret stopping in the Salavas village near to Jodhpur to check out their interlock weaving daris. It's out of the hustle of the Jodhpur city. The weaving here is incredible.
ये एक साइज बनाने में 3 फीट ऐसे होता है, 5 फीट लंबाई होता है इसका। तो ये बनाने में हमारे को लगता है 15 दिन। अच्छा। 2 आदमी काम करते हैं।
These people are actually trying very hard to keep their tradition alive. If you actually call them earlier, they can prepare you the best homemade food also. You know, whenever I visit such places, it makes me realize that India has so many countless and talented artisans, but no one knows, and their art form is slowly just disappearing.
ये मी सेंड इट। घर वाली बोला आप ले जा रहे हैं, साथ में नहीं ले जाने का। आप थोड़ी ले जा रहे हैं।
हाँ, मैं ले जा रहा हूँ।
आप ले जा रहे हैं।
हाँ। Welcome to our Haveli.
It's awesome! Look at our Haveli! You know, I will suggest everyone to skip their 3-star, 4-star, 5-star hotels when they are coming to Rajasthan and stay in such heritage Havelis. It will actually give you such a royal feeling. That is all for today. I know I'm not just irregular, like I actually bring out one video in 6 months, but please do like, share, and subscribe to Ritu Stories. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
ऋणक छुड़ा